Now, an extraordinary film that might change the way we think about animals. The film, which is exclusive to the BBC, shows a group of chimpanzees mourning one of their number in ways that, frankly, we would think of as human. This happened in Zambia at the Chimfunshi Wildlife Orphanage Trust. The ape that died was a 9-year-old chimpanzee known to human observers as Thomas. Well, we can find out more now. With me to talk about this film is Melissa Hogenboom from BBC Earth, who have this film. And tell us a little bit more about what you observed.
Yeah, it was really a remarkable discovery. The caretakers came at the right time and saw that this chimp was lying on the ground. It's quite a big sanctuary, so it's quite rare that they even spotted it. And they saw that a group of chimps were actually gathered around him, touching him, prodding him. And what was really remarkable is that one of his closest companions, Pan, who has really adopted Thomas a little bit after his mother died, he was an orphan, he was the one that kept coming back, pushing others away, touching him. And over a period of 20 minutes, even though the caretakers were giving other chimps food, a group of over 20 of them stood round and appeared to be mourning Thomas.
Now, we have seen before, you know, mothers and children, but what seems particularly unusual here is, from what was observed of the group, it's a friend, it's a social relationship, and he's mourning.
Exactly. It's really the first time they've seen in such detail that an older member of the group is mourned by their companions. We've seen instances where a young infant has died and the mother holds on to it even after its death, but the group doesn't get involved in the way that they have here. And it really, again, cements this chimpanzee society as an incredibly social group. They are a social species just like us. Their social world is really, really important, and they remember each other even when they die.
Yeah, we've just shown our viewers some of those pictures, and you see everybody huddled around the body of Thomas. And in a way, I suppose it says to us, we underestimate the complexity and the depth of feeling that these apes can have.
This is what I love about when I study chimpanzees, when I look at new insights into their behaviour. They're not that different from us. They're our closest cousin in the animal kingdom, and looking at their behaviour gives us a unique insight into how we might have evolved ours, because we split off with them from a common ancestor over 6 million years ago. So it really gives us a unique insight into how we got to be the social animal we are today, and they're really not that different.
And is there a lot of interest in the world of science about what this team has been able to observe, almost by accident?
It's a very new finding. It's out just this month, so I think there will be a great deal of interest because it's the most detailed observation of this kind. We've seen similar behaviour in other species like elephants and crows. They also recognise their dead, and it seems to be a unique thing that happens to very, very social animals. So animals with bigger brains that seem to rely on their social companions in their day-to-day lives.
I know that what your film is about is observing what happened with the animals and the way that they mourned, but it also says something about the way we treat animals, the way humans treat the apes, I suppose, and the way we keep them.
Yeah, it really shows that apes are a very, very social animal, and we need to be aware of that when we take care of them. I mean, this is an orphanage, this is a place where abandoned chimps, I mean, Thomas's mother was an ex-circus chimp, and it's where we could give them sanctuary, so this is a really nice big enclosure, but these chimps have in effect not been able to live in the wild anymore, so it just shows that we need to treat them with respect, give them space, understand that their social relationships are so important. You can't just take one chimp out of a group and expect it to do elsewhere. You have to keep them within the group that they love and care about, because that's how they thrive.
Melissa, thank you so much for coming to talk to us about this. That's exclusive footage with BBC Earth.